Welcome to Mom Matters. I'm your host, Alyssa Dver, and in the next 10 easy-to-watch minutes, we're going to give you some really practical tips for more productive parenting. Today's topic is optimizing parent-teacher conferences and how to get the most out of those very sacred meetings. And to join us on this topic as a true expert is an administrator and educator who's highly regarded, Principal Robin Welch.
Thank you.
He's been on our show before, and we're so happy that he's here again. I want to just introduce you briefly because I know you have accomplished so much in your life. But in addition to being just a fantastic administrator and principal and guy in general, he's also the 2005 National Association of Elementary School Principal Award winner. He was the National Distinguished Principal that year. And in 2005, you also won the Massachusetts Elementary School Principals Association Thomas C. Passios Award.
Correct.
Congratulations on those
Thank
major
you.
accomplishments.
Thank you very much.
Parent-teacher conferences. I bet they're stressful for everyone, both sides.
Yeah, it's one of those strange economies in that people sometimes get really worried about them, but they're probably one of the most important things that any parent and teacher will do in regards to the progress or the growth made by any child.
Okay, from the school's perspective then, what is the objective of that meeting?
The objective actually should not be just from the school, but from the parents as well. What we're trying to do when we have conferences is provide as much information about a student in regards to how he or she is learning. And what we focus on is the good things that he or she is learning, as well as areas that we see as weaknesses, areas that we think they need to have some more improvement on. And in the process of those discussions about the child, both positive growth and things that we are concerned about, new ideas can be generated, and that's a great time for parents to actually take an active role in the kinds of plans that get developed to help this child become even that much a better student in regards to how they learn in schools.
Okay, good. So you're also a parent and a grandparent,
Yes.
I might say, with a beautiful
Yes.
granddaughter named Alyssa.
Alyssa?
Love that. As a parent, what should a parent expect to go into a conference? What should be the outcome?
The first thing I would say for any parent to expect is to hear things that they may or may not agree with from their student, from the teacher's student, from the student's teacher. This is primarily because students are different at home, and they are different at school.
Like that.
They have social circumstances in school and different sorts of opportunity in school that they don't get at home. And different kinds of places, different events really have an impact in terms of behavior and performance. As a parent coming into a school, you really want to know how your child is doing. So you need to listen carefully, but do not take everything the teacher says as fact. Don't take it take it with a grain of salt. Teachers will know your student. They will give you the best that they have from what they know about the student, but there is so much more about the student the teacher might not know. That's where the parents piece comes in. Parents can share with us lots of information about how a child might learn, what kind of circumstances at home might be impeding that child's opportunity to learn. And meanwhile, the teacher can also provide suggestions and strategies to help that parent as well. Education is a two-way street.
Yeah.
You know, you don't bring your child to school just to learn, and we don't send your child home just to rest. In both cases, there's always educational opportunities. So what we try to do with parent conferences is after we get to nitty-gritty about what it is a child needs and has excelled at, to provide additional strategies for the school and home to work in tandem to help that child learn even more.
Excellent. So what I want to do is take a quick break because when we come back, there's two key questions I want to ask you. One is, how can a parent better prepare and utilize those conferences? And as a parent, what do you do if all of a sudden that conference taking a left turn and you're not feeling so comfortable about what you're hearing? So we'll be right back with more with Robin.
Does your child have food allergies, celiac disease, asthma, diabetes, or other health concerns? One of the most important things you can do is to make those around them aware of their needs. This is especially true for children too young to explain it themselves. Stat Kids products were designed by a mother who struggled to manage her young son's food allergies and found no practical age-appropriate allergy-specific products to help. From bright red silicone wristbands and lunch bags that provide a bold health alert, to travel packs and emergency cards that keep medication and emergency information accessible, the Stat Kids line provides the tools you need to identify and protect your child. Select items from the Stat Kids line are available at Amazon.com and BabiesRUs.com. To see the entire product line, please visit www.statkids.com.
Welcome back. We're talking about how to make the most of parent-teacher conferences. So what can we do to prepare as a parent to make it better?
The most important thing is to pay attention to what your child is doing at home and take notes about that. If you see your child struggling with reading, you see your child being disorganized, come to school with questions in regards to what you see at home to see whether those questions actually jive with what the teacher may be telling you. So it's important to come armed with questions. Be a very active participant in the conference so that you can speak on your child's behalf.
There is a problem or you have an issue. Do you wait until a conference or should you communicate with that teacher? And if so, what's the best way to do that?
I would say that if you are a parent, school just started and something's not quite right, and you can't put your finger on it, but you know something's not quite right, do not wait. Never, ever, ever wait. Any question you have, ask it as soon as you have it. Now, how to do that? A lot of teachers will send home weekly newsletters with the phone number and or email address. Email has made it very easy for parents to communicate with each other nowadays. Or phones. I know that my teachers in my building have made their email and the classroom phones available to parents so parents can contact them immediately. Most of the time, if you send a note in that says, "I'd just like to have a time to meet with you," etc., they'll do that as well. So there are plenty of ways to do it. What you don't want to do is come to school right when the school day is beginning and try to demand teacher time at that moment when he or she is trying to get the day started. It's completely, it wouldn't work because the teacher is trying to get his or her day started and the parent has legitimate concerns and we don't want to blow them off.
Right, and deal with the teacher. Don't jump the hierarchy like you wouldn't do anywhere else.
Right.
I am so happy that you are joining us on this topic. It's one that I know as parent-teacher conferences come up, people always have a lot of questions about them. So thank you for sharing your wisdom with us.
My pleasure.
I want to thank our viewers for joining us as well. Remind you about our website, which is www.mom-matters.com. We have some really other interesting shows, including other shows with Robin Welch, who was our guest in previous episodes. Thank you for joining us. I'm your host, Alyssa Dver. This is Mom Matters. We're giving you practical tips for more productive parenting.